Hello and welcome to Nanapod, a podcast dedicated to the fantastic manga written by A. Yazawa. I'm Crystal, and I'm joined by my best girl Kirsten as we dissect this manga, discussing everything from the emotions, the cultural impact, as well as any headcanons that might be floating around in our brains. With this podcast, we hope to preserve a shoujo staple that sadly hasn't been talked about in a very long time. So come with us. We're waiting for you in apartment 707.
And we are back. We are back. Welcome to Nanapod.
Back.
We are back.
Hiatus, kind of like A. Yazawa.
Kind of. Somebody did die.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of people died.
Mm-hmm.
Just in general.
Just in
This year's
general.
been tough.
Yes.
But yeah. So we're back from a long bereavement.
Yes. Very long bereavement.
And hopefully, once we get to the end, and we're doing Nana, and because we miss Nana. Yeah, we miss Nana. How could you not miss Nana?
I know. So good. I love it.
And hopefully our favorite troll, Hachi, will have some words of wisdom at the end.
Yeah, make an appearance.
Jeez, Hachi.
All I think about now when we're like, so I'm watching Sailor Moon with my girlfriends here, and we're watching the hilariously terrible Deke dub because that's the one that I've got. And now all I do is sit back and go, I wonder what the translation differences are.
No, because like really.
And I know there are a lot because they make like the characters so much cattier and so much meaner than they actually are. And I'm like, no wonder we got so much fucked up fan fiction and stuff like that. Like, no wonder everyone hates Mamoru. Like, he's so mean.
Oh my god. No, but it's true though. Like translations like make such a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
They really do. Yeah, tone, everything. Like it's also made me wonder like what the Spanish like Espanol like translations are, because like that fandom of Nana is huge.
Yeah.
Like huge. I would say better than like bigger than like the US fandoms by far. Right? Yeah, their like Facebook groups and stuff are always active, and there's so many of them.
That's so cool.
And I'm like, their translation must be better.
This is the conclusion. Like, clearly, you have the gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yours must be better. But yeah, they still actively sell stuff in their groups. Like, yeah.
And because we've been like doing this, like going through Nana, and we've just like, oh my god, like Viz. I know I've heard people say that I've talked to recently about like the new like Sailor Moon one. They're like, oh, the Viz Media, dub is so much better. I'm just like, Viz has got problems, guys.
This
you don't
is
even
super
know.
problematic.
Like, you don't even know how bad it is. Come listen to our podcast. You will see just how bad.
See what the differences are, because they are different. And like the tone makes all of the difference. Nuance really does matter.
It does. It does.
Truly does. So yeah, we're picking up on chapter 43.
Yeah.
I know.
Gotta remember how to do this.
Okay, I'll start then. We're gonna just get into it. So,
yes.
The first image is of Hachi walking into, I assume into, the arrows. She's following the arrows, so whichever direction is taking her, the subway station. And it says, I'm not going to dwell in the past anymore. I will only think of the love I have right now. From this moment on, I will carry on with this one person, face to face, standing before Takumi, the one who watches me with eyes that seem to see through everything. It's like I've been completely naked all along. So now there is no need for me to be pretentious.
That is almost completely different.
What does yours say? Because, like, I love the fact that she's so self-aware.
Right? Mine is going to be, well, you'll see. If that doesn't work out, do this instead of love like that. I decided that I'll face one person to the end. In front of Takumi, whose eyes seem to see through everything, I'm stark naked anyway. It's no use pretending now.
Okay. I think that pretending and pretension aren't quite the same thing.
No.
Uh,
No,
now the
sorry.
part of like seeing through her, like that still, you know what I mean? Like, even though she's
Yeah,
describing herself as naked, that could be emotionally naked, right? But I
yeah.
think that pretending and pretension are not quite the same.
Yeah, that's why I was like, hold on a second. Like, no,
No,
these two
not
words
quite.
are vastly different.
Right. Then we have like an image of Takumi at the water. And
Yeah.
now we're at their apartment at 302.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have their apartment now.
They do.
Mm-hmm. And Takumi is there and he says, "Welcome back, heart." And she just looks shocked.
Yep.
And then now she's like yelling, flustered. And she's like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "Something wrong with me being here?" She says, "Right. You said you couldn't come back until Monday night. Is it not all right that I'm back?"
She didn't even remotely say that.
No. Is she not
Takumi,
mad at him for
stop.
being there?
Um, oh, like in mine,
Yeah.
she's very much like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "I can't be in my own house."
Yeah, okay. Same tone though, I think. Something
Yeah,
wrong with
yeah.
me being here, like just annoyed. And he says, "Did you enjoy the fireworks?" Question mark. Now she looks sad and she's like closing her eyes and she's like, "They were nice." And now she's like pouting and whiny.
Mhm.
And he says, "What do you mean nice? Even though you were meeting Nobu? Why did you send me mail to tell or why did you send me mail to tell me so? If you're going to be fickle, at least lie to me." And she's like whining. She's like, "I'm not fickle. Everyone was there. I was afraid you'd misunderstand, so I told you straight out. But Nobu didn't come. And Nana seemed distant. I guess believing that we could be friends like we were before was really naive."
She she doesn't say fickle in mine. He's
How
like
did
he's like, if you're gonna have an affair, don't tell me about it.
Jeez.
Right?
Jeez.
She's like, I didn't have an affair. Everyone was there. Like, I can't be sleeping with Nobu if everyone's watching.
Oh my god. All right, Hachi. All right, you and your
Ah,
logic.
right?
And he says, "Sure, you'll be able to make up when things cool down." So he's sure that like everything will be fine. She's just like looking at him. She's like, "Thank you. You took it so well. I'm so glad I told you straight out." And he's just like, excuse me." uh, "That's because I was too busy to think about anything else. You're the only one left for me after all." Now he looks like suspicious. Is that what that is? The
Is it
dot the dots?
is
He
it
kind of looks
suspicious?
he kind of
Or
looks
is
suspicious.
yeah? Or I don't know. He's just
Don't
like I
be
said that out
suspicious. Don't
loud.
be
Don't be
suspicious.
suspicious. Don't be
Don't be
suspicious.
suspicious. And now she's like, "You hungry, heart? I'm going to make something." And he's like, no, I just ate. I just sat down. I have something important, or just sit down. I have something important to tell you. I'm going to have to send the whole, I'm gonna have to spend the whole night at work. So, and she goes, "Oh, is that so?" And now she's like super cuddled up on him with like her little puppy ears.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like,
Yeah. Like
that was out of nowhere. And he's like, don't you think it's a bit cramped? And she's like, so what was that important thing? I have a lot of stuff I want to tell you about too, Heart. And now he's like kind of warming up.
Mm-hmm.
How can he not though? She's so sweet.
Right?
And he's like, well, you start first then. She's like, okay, so Fujiko-chan, is this about some anime? And she's like, no, she's my gynecologist. Is this about anime? No, it's about my vagina.
Yeah. And mine's got a note as soon as she says like Fujiko, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, you want to talk about anime? It'd be better if you talk to Ren." And the note is like Fujiko from the anime Lupin the Third, and I'm like, "Oh, what a throwback!"
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I don't have a note at all. That's funny. And so she's like, no, she's my gynecologist. Nakazato Fujiko, age 60.
She said her thing again.
I told you about her before, didn't I? And he's like, yeah. And now he's like kind of like shocked. And
He's like,
he's like, you're still
"Oh."
going to that hospital? Isn't it quite inconvenient since it's not around here? And she's like, but she's a veteran at this stuff and she's really nice. You don't find that often. And she's like, Fujiko-chan is great.
Mhm.
She called her Chan.
She did.
And he's like, well, as long as you like her, then that's fine. So what did she say? She can tell what gender Sachiko is. I didn't ask her, but do you want to know? She can tell already? He looks like super shocked.
Hmm.
Now she's laying on his lap and he's like all flustered. She said she's not 100% sure, but even without her telling me, I already know. Sachiko is definitely a girl. And he says, if she could tell this early, then it has to be a boy. She probably saw that it had a beep.
Right?
And she's like, no way. Fujiko is probably worried about how strong your conviction is. So she decided to check. Don't be too disappointed if it's not a girl. And now, like, Hachi is just like, she's freaking out. And she's like, I really won't be disappointed, just surprised. So she really saw that in little words at the bottom. I should have asked her since there's still the wallpaper to be done. Right, priorities.
Yes.
Chigumi says, nope, even without asking, I know. Sachiko's a boy. Change the wallpaper. Okay, what was the next topic? And now she's like, looks just annoyed. She looks so annoyed. And now, like, she's trying to figure out what the other topic was. What was it? I had a lot to say, but that shocked me. And now I've forgotten. And he's just sitting there, just like waiting for her to like process her little scrambled ADHD brain.
Uh-huh.
And he's like,
With the
she's
little
like,
mushrooms
the little mushrooms and swirlies,
above her
do to
head.
do, do to do. She's like, oh yeah, Nana. She said she'll be coming to our wedding. Can I invite her? And now he looks shocked and he's like, and she's like, I can't. I didn't say that, but. And then she's like, well, then I'm going to send her an invitation. And he's like, wait, that's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. And now he looks kind of like pensive.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, what? Is it some bad news? And he's like, no, it's a good thing. And he's like, Ren and Nana are getting married. And now she looks super shocked. And she's like, married? He says, why does everyone have such a huge reaction to that word? Hachi says, but Nana hasn't said a single. And he's like, yeah, it's not like they've decided anything yet. Since it's likely to turn into big news, they're probably going to have to get permission from Gaia. And Hachi looks super shocked, and there's a flashback to like a press photo of Nana and Ren, and it says Nana and Ren are getting married, and I was so worried that the Demon King would split them apart. So love does conquer all. And now she sees that like Nana and Ren in like wedding attire, and it says ding dong with a little cross above them. The end. She's like crying. And she's like, I'm so happy. And her little tail is wagging. Serves you right, Demon King. And Takumi's like, I'm glad. You seem happier for them than you are for yourself. And she's like, yeah, I'm so moved. It's such a happy ending. And he says, so I guess we can put on hold our wedding then? It really doesn't matter, right? And now she looks shocked with tears in her eyes. And she's like, no, I don't mind. And he just looks like, I don't even know. Annoyed, not shocked at all.
Yeah.
Like, of course she's saying this.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, and because in mine, she absolutely minds. Like, absolutely. Yeah, she just says N-O! Exclamation point.
Yeah, she says, no, I don't mind. But she's like holding his shirt. And she does look like she minds, but she says, no, I
She
don't mind.
does.
Oh man, we have a scene change with Junko
Junko,
yelling
who's yelling. She's yelling here.
as usual.
Yeah. She's like, she's like, of course you wouldn't want to, even if it's due to their schedule. This can't happen now. And Hachi's sitting over here, has shocked with the sweat drop. And she's like, June, I'm so glad you're getting worked up about it too. And June's like, of course I am. She's still yelling. It's like, if you don't get married, I'll never be free.
Yeah, it's the same, except she's like, I didn't think you'd get so worked up for me. I'm really happy.
Hachi's face, she's like,
She's
free?
freed.
Or like, what? And now June's just like, Nana, you have to get your stuff together and go back to your folks' place. And she's like, no way. And now June sits down and she's like, then what are you going to do? Go back to apartment 707? Hachi's like, no, I'll keep living in Shirogane. And June's like, alone? Hachi's like, Takumi said he'll come home and make sure the paparazzi don't find out. And we'll officially register our marriage later. And now June's got like squinty eyes. She's like, later?
Interesting. So in mine, she says, and in the meantime, he's going to have my name entered in his family registry.
Oh.
Yeah.
More official. More
Yeah,
special.
but then June's like, in the meantime.
Right? With her.
That's a pretty commonplace way to word it to the person you love.
Yeah. Oh, that's much nicer. She in mine, she's like, he's feeding you a line. Aggressive. Like, don't you think you're being sweet talked into it? And Hachi's like, that's not true. It's like, I'm sure it's hard for Takumi too. He has to sacrifice his private life for his work. It's really hard being a celebrity. And June's like, why are you making excuses for him? Got like a little swirly above her head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought you came here to bitch about him. And Hachi's face, she just has like she's blushing, but she's got like the
Uh-huh, yeah.
little
The little
face.
animal mouth.
Yep. And June's like, well, I guess this time there's not much you can do. So that's that. I'm asking you one more time. Are you sure you don't want to go back to your parents' house? And Hachi's determined. She's like, no. I've made up my mind that no matter what happens, I'm sticking with Takumi. And June's just like, but at first you said it was enough for him to just pay child support. So now you're being greedy. Hachi's like, greedy? Just kind of nonplussed face. Like, what do you mean? And June's like, it's not enough that he gives you money? Question mark. And Hachi's like, no, I don't just want his money. And June looks over to her like wide, like surprised eyes. And she's like, I'm truly thankful that he took responsibility with me when the baby might not even be his. Even if we can't formally get married, I want to be with Takumi and support him. And now she's having a flashback of her older sister, who is like, I'm sure he needs you, a family, as a refuge. So that's an important role for you. Good luck. And June's just got ... dots. And then Hachi says, but even when I think I'm doing great, I end up running around in circles. Maybe I'm just creating more trouble. And June says, yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
That's true. And Hachi's face is like, could you...
Yeah, no, she's like beet red and like angry face, but not yelly face.
Nope. And June's like, but there are people who keep lapdogs that are just noisy and need a lot of attention. What a person finds comforting depends on the person. And Hachi's got a little ears and tail again. She's like, oh, dog. Don't try... and then June's like, don't try so hard. Just be yourself, Nana. And now Nana smiles. Happy smile. And then June's like, but even if this is cool with your parents won't like it. And Hachi's like, that's the problem. Takumi doesn't know what to do about that either. He probably won't have time to go see them, and it's not something that can be talked about over the phone. And like, little thoughts is like, he's pretty considerate about things like that. And June's like, then have your parents come over to your place. You should be considerate and suggest it. Takumi would find it hard to suggest it himself. And Hachi, like, takes a beat, looks shocked, and now she's all red-faced with a big swirly in the back, and she's like, you're right. And June's like, but the problem isn't just that. And then Hachi's yelling, and she's like, what else? And there's a scene change.
There's a scene change, and Takumi is asleep in the van. He's not asleep, but his phone rings. So he checks his phone, and he says, yes, and it's Hachi, and she is flustered, and she's like, hello? Can I talk to you for a second? And he's like, what's the matter? And she's like, actually, it's about yesterday. And he's holding a CD, or no, June's holding a CD, a Black Stone CD, and it says, to Junko, draw us some cover art sometime, Nana. I love that.
Same.
And he's like, sorry, if it's about that, we'll have to talk later. And she's like, I'll make it quick. Can't you just listen? And he's like, what is it? And he's like, she's saying, our wedding is going on hold, but Ren and Nana don't know yet, right? He's like, yeah. And she says, can we keep it a secret? If they find out, I think things will get complicated. I don't want it to seem like it's their fault. And then there's Nana with her wig on, and it says, you can definitely be happy. So she says, Hachi says, since it's Nana, if things happen like that, she might just not get married. And Takumi says, I'm aware of that, so don't worry about it. And June is glancing over, and Hachi is just smiling. Oh, and also, I want to ask my mom and dad to come visit Tokyo on Saturday. Is that okay? And he says, yeah, of course. That saves me. Well then, I'll be back Saturday night. I'll call you then. I forgot his name.
Naoki! We're back to it again, forgetting Naoki, because he's actually the
poor
demon lord.
Naoki. Always forgotten. He's like,
forgotten.
Hachi? Question mark. You don't plan to go back until Saturday to go? Ren says, our leader's busy. There are 7 girls waiting for his return. And now he looks pissed.
Yeah, Takumi's like, how dare
And
you?
Ren's like, oops. He's like, Ren, you bought a ring, right? So hand it to her already. Naoki's like, huh? A ring? Ren is like, but we can't see each other, so what can I do? And the manager guy, he's like, about that. Why don't we invite Blast to Layla's birthday party? And Layla looks super shocked.
Mm-hmm.
And Takumi says, that'd be nice if Layla's okay with it. Naoki says, what does he mean by about that? Poor Naoki.
In the
Not only
dark.
is he regularly forgotten, he's always out of the loop.
Yes.
Always out of the loop. Ren says, yeah, but I wonder if their schedule's open. That's 2 days after the CD's release. And Layla has a little light bulb above her head, and she's like, it's definitely open. And Ren is like, why is that? And Layla says, because Yasu will definitely make time for me, heart. And Takumi's like, he'd go through that much trouble for you? Question mark. But he's like super smug about it. He's teasing her. And she's like, of course, the little sparkles and things. And now he looks kind of annoyed with a squiggle above his head. And she says, I'm looking forward to the party. Invite them soon. Take-chan.
Okay, that's the guy's name.
Manager dude. He's the
Manager
manager
guy.
man. Yeah.
Yeah. Good man.
He's just the manager man.
He's the manager man.
Almost forgotten as much as
Yes.
Naoki.
Yes.
Not quite as much, but almost.
Almost. Think we have a scene change, I think.
We do have a scene change, and it's Nana.
And she's mad face. And she's like, Rira's birthday party? And the two, our two boys, looking very similar with their spiky hair right now, Nobu and Shin, look over at her like, huh? And she's yelling, like, why do we have to do something like that, Baldy? Poor Yasu. He just got the dots and a sweat drop, and he's thinking, he's like, I knew you'd say that. And then our, this is not Manager Man. He's our, in love with, Yasu. Boyo.
He's so in love.
He's
He
so
is the
in love.
manager, also, though.
Yeah.
Maybe the other guy's just the assistant. No, this guy's the assistant. I don't know.
Yeah, he's their
Staff.
handler. Yeah.
He
He's their-
deserves a name, and I can't remember his name either. So.
I can't remember it. He's just in love. Yeah. Like, Nana, he's like, you just had an attack last night. Calm down. And she stops. Still angry face, but she's got the dots. And then Nobu's like, do I have to go too? And our love boyo who's just like, of course, the invitation came directly from their agency's president. You pretty much have to go. And now he's all happy and he's like, Nana, don't you want to be able to see Ren openly? There's the venue's a Western style building used for shoots, and they'll have tight security. You can do it with Ren and it'll be all good.
Jesus.
Right. And she's got like sweat drops in her hair's like everywhere, and he's just like, he's like, sex will perk you right up, heart.
That is not what mine says. It says you have to be energetic and get him in one go. One hit fight. Heart.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
And Nana's just got all the dots. And Shin has all the dots. And Nobu's like, but
Nana has a squiggle.
Oh, you just have squiggles?
Yeah, she's got a squiggle and her hair's all flustered and she's got rosy cheeks.
She's got
And then Shin has the dots with the eyes closed.
He's like, resigned. Nobu, but what, we have work to do? And Yasu's like, no, I kept that night open. And Shin still has dots. And now Nobu's yelling. It's like, well, that's convenient. How did it just happen to be open? And now Nana is yelling. She's like, you kept it open because you want to get with Rira? And he's like, no. She's got him by the shirt collar. And here's our love boyo. And now he's screaming. And he's like, I can't believe it. The angry tickety. And Nana screams back, so what'd you do to it? And now he's smiling and he's like, it was for having Shin's birthday party, Heart. We were going to keep it a secret and surprise him. And Nobu and Nana look very shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Nobu's eyes are very small, but Nana's are gigantic. And Shin's just in the background. Well, his eyes are kind of big too, and he's just kind of like,
His eyes are just like swirls,
uh-huh,
like black swirls.
yeah,
Like
like,
he's in absolute shock.
uh-huh. He's
Because he
probably
says,
never,
really?
yeah, he's probably never had a birthday party in his life.
Probably not.
And he's just, and then our lovey boyo is like, but then they suggested that we do it together. Wouldn't that be nice? And Nana's like, it's your birthday that day? And Shin's like, yeah, Heart.
Nobu's like, liar.
He's like, don't lie. I
He's
thought
like,
your
your
birthday.
birthday is in January. And
Oh,
it's
that's
because Nobu
yeah,
was like, all the boys in the band are Aquariuses.
right. Because Nobu thinks he's an astrologer, and
Like so many.
oh no. Yeah, he's just Shin's like, what? No, it's November 1st. It's weird that it's the same day as Rira's. And Nobu's like, you lied about your resume. I remember it as being one day off from my birthday. Liar. And Shin's like, huh? One day off? And Nana's like, what resume? Oh my god, she doesn't remember the resume that she burned?
In
Oh,
mine, they call it a personal survey.
oh, of course. A
Of course.
personal survey.
Personal survey.
This isn't my resume. This is my personal survey.
I'm going to change my resume title to say personal survey.
You
I
should.
think it's
Like,
clever, actually.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty much what it is, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
no. Oh, and Nobu's gonna remind her. He's like, he brought it when he joined the band. You burned it. And now she remembers, she's like, oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And then no no not Yasu. Yasu and his secret boyfriend. I guess he wasn't there for that, was he? They're both
No.
like, you burned it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Nobu's like, man, I even told Miyu that all us guys in the band are Aquarians. You did, Nobu.
You did. You
It's
should
like,
be upset. And it was a lie,
yeah,
he says. And it was a lie.
it was a lie. And Shin's like, sorry. And Nana's like, so what? And now Nobu's like annoyed, dot, dot, dots. And oh no, oh Yasu, he's like, I'm not an Aquarius either. Quit babbling.
Don't spread rumors, is what I say.
Did you figure out what Yasu was? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I haven't thought about it in a while.
He's got charts. You have a whole notion. So,
I do have a whole notion. It's true.
mhm.
But
So,
Nana says, no, you're an Aquarius. Ren told me, so there's no mistake.
and Yasu says nothing to this. He's just like,
He's smart.
He's just, And then Love Boyo's like, but Yasu was born in April, right? Oh no, he's not an Aries. Don't be silly. Sorry.
His sun sign could be an Aries.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, it could be Taurus, but I would
It's
say Aries over Taurus.
yeah. Really? Why? What's
I mean, the sun sign is like vitality, right? So,
mm,
um,
mm,
like he does have energy and he does have drive of force. He does want to get things done first in his own way.
that's true. But he's so level-headed. He's got a lot
Yeah,
of
like there's a whole lot of other things,
uh,
right? Like, yeah, what if he has an Aries sun and Capricorn moon and a Scorpio rising? Boom.
Boom. Man, that's weird to think about him being an Aries, but that's because I have no chill.
It's all about like what's there. Also, if there's aspects.
It's true. Poor Shin. He's lost. He's like, what's going on?
Yeah. He's
We're
like, what's all
talking,
this about?
yeah, we're talking astrology. That's what we're doing, Shin.
It's okay.
It's okay. And then Yasu just casually is like, don't believe everything Ren says. And is that, yeah, Nobu and Nana both
He
have
says
dot dots.
you're taking Ren's senile talk seriously.
It's senile. Not senile Ren, no.
Senile Ren.
Oh my God. In his old age of 23, or however old he is.
Oh, sweet little senile Ren. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Ah. Nobu's like, but there's no way Shin and I have the same sign. Our personalities are totally different. And Kirsten needs to enter the chat to literally jump in here and be like, I just said there's different stuff. There's different aspects, Nobu. Oh, Nana. And she's like, you really believe in that astrology crap? Are you a girl? Which, rude. It's so rude.
I mean, Nobu is kind of a girl, though.
Well, he's so soft and
Yeah, he's soft
lovable.
boy.
He's soft boy. And then our lover boy, he's like, I believe in it. Heart, he believes in astrology. That's great. Shin and Rira have the same vibe because they're born on the same day. And Shin's like, you think? He's like, but Nobu and my older brother aren't anything alike. And Nobu like shocked, and he's like, older brother? And now Shin's just kind of, what's his face? It's almost like disassociating.
He's totally disassociating. He's like, yeah. He's not disassociating because, yeah, he is disassociating. He's just, he checked out to explain
Right,
that.
right. He just,
Yeah,
yeah.
he used his brother's birthday.
Mm-hmm. We never, he's,
He has a flat voice.
yeah, yeah. Mm. And he's like, your birthdays are only a day apart, right? That was my brother's birth date. I ended up writing on the resume because then I'd be 18. And now Nana is yelling again. She's like, I didn't know you have a brother? And Nobu's like, what's he like? Because he's also yelling. He's like, confess everything now. Shin's not going to do that. He turns away with like a little music note. He's like, I can't wait for the birthday party. Heart, no one's ever had a birthday party for me. Oh, that's right. They
Yeah,
haven't.
he's like, I'm really looking forward to the birthday party, Heart. I've never gotten anything like this. And now they look a different kind of shocked.
Yeah, like stunned.
Yeah. Well, like they often do.
Whoa.
They often do though when they hear about Shin's neglect and the way he casually says it.
Mm-hmm. And then, oh, Yasu was like, oh, Yasu also appears kind of shocked, but he's like, oh, because you can kind of see his
Oh, in mine he
eyebrows
says
are like,
really? Like
mm.
really? Like but his eyebrows aren't showing.
I guess I'm kind of looking at my. He's got like the
Yeah, they're
really.
like kind of hidden behind his sunglasses, so he's
Mm.
being thoughtful.
Hmm. He's like, is yeah. He's like, is it all right if we combine it with Rira's party? And Shin's just like, of course. Thank you, Yasu. And now we do kind of have a shift. The night has waned.
The night has waned, and yes, and Nana is opening a coffee.
This late. Oh my god.
Yeah, and she's sitting in front of Nobu's bed.
Yeah.
And it says, "Are you going to go to the birthday party?" And Nobu says, "Of course." And Nana goes, "Even though Takumi will be there?" And Nobu's like, "Who cares? Shin was born that day, and everyone is going to celebrate that. It'll be equal to 16 years worth of celebration."
Hmm.
I know. And Nana looks like sweet about it. And then he like sits up and yells at her and is like, "You're coming, right?" And she's like, "Of course." And then he looks sweet about it.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, but I don't have any free time to go buy a present. Shin's sixth sense isn't that great. That Yasu sure was secretive. Yasu didn't even have to hide the surprise party from us, too. And Nobu's like, but aren't we bad at hiding stuff anyway? And Nana's like, don't lump me in with you. I'm not as stupidly honest as you. Jeez. Oh my god.
Oh, stupidly honest. In mine, she says fatally honest.
Oh, jeez. And he still looks like sweet, you know? And then he lays back down and he's like, yeah, you should be a bit more meek. If there's something you want to apologize to me about, then say it. I have to hurry up and get to sleep because we have to be up early tomorrow. And now she looks like nervous with a bunch of dots. She's like, I'm sorry about yesterday. And he says, good night. And she stands up and nods, like awkwardly, turns out the light. And then he says, Nana, if that baby on a 1 in a million chance happens to be mine, what should I do? When I think about that, I can't sleep. And now she looks really sad looking back at him. And she says, don't do anything and forget about it. I'm really sorry. Then we have a scene change. It goes tap, 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 tap.
Mm-hmm. So responds. It's Yasu, and he's like replying emails. Says, "What about Nana? Nana understands, so it's all right. How are things on your end? I'm counting on you, student body president." And Yasu, is he sad? Seems
I
sad.
think he's like, yeah, but I think it's more like morose or thoughtful.
And there's a knock at his door, and he shuts his.
Because it's not personal, but he genuinely cares about all of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Because Yasu's good.
He's using an apple.
He's using an. Oh, yeah, that's right. You had to go look up the bottle, like, months ago. You were like, which one is he using? And I was like, okay, we're doing this.
I mean, when the research bug hits, the topic doesn't matter.
That's fair.
Oh, she was drinking a beer. I just saw the FFINE, so I was like, oh, it says caffeine, but it was the Raffine beer.
That's good. She shouldn't drink coffee
Raffine.
that late. Raffine. It's French. It looks like that. That looks like the French flag to me.
Yeah. I mean, Japan and their weird obsession with France is its own thing.
I mean, I am also obsessed with Rococo and Versailles, so
I mean, no, it's what it is. It's what it is. But like Japan really does it.
I know.
Like they do it.
They do it.
Yeah.
Oh man. It's Nana. She's like, hey Yasu, I'm thinking about marrying Ren. Is that okay? And he's just got all the dots. Like, why are you asking me? But she's like got her head down. She's all sad. And he's just like, that's good news. And she's like, is it?
He says that's great. And she's like, it's great.
Oh.
Yes,
yeah. And he's like, it'll be all right, Mr. Koano, and I will sweet talk Gaia into agreeing to it. The agency president won't say no to Gaia. And now she's got like a little swirly above her head and blush line and sweat drop. And
yeah, all the nervousness.
Yeah.
And
she's
embarrassment.
Like, yep. Like, but won't Trap Nest's handlers be against it? And especially Takumi? And Yasu's like, don't worry. They're friendly enough to want to hold a joint birthday party with us. And she looks at him, big eyes. That's true. Cookie Music's president is a good guy, unlike Takumi. And she's like, Takumi's getting married himself. He has no right to tell us what to do. And Yasu just takes a beat, looking at her. And he's like, but I'm really glad. You're strangely stubborn when it comes to Ren. I never thought you'd talk about marriage so openly. And she just says, it's because I'm really scared. And he's like, of what? And she says, myself. And he pauses. And now she just says, if I'm not stubborn and live with Ren like before, maybe I'll get more emotionally stable. I could become normal friends with Hachi again, and I won't have those painful attacks anymore, right? And now he seems a bit worried with his face.
Yeah.
And then he, like, pats her on top of the head, and he's like, yeah, you'll be all right. And she is beginning to cry.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I don't want to be a burden on you and Nobu anymore. And he's still just, like, petting her
Yeah.
hair. Mm.
Yeah. It says, don't say things like that. I sent Nana a wedding invitation just like I promised. If
Yeah.
I didn't send her one, I don't know what the don't say things like that is pertaining to.
I think
Oh,
Yasu.
Yasu is saying that
Yeah.
back to her because she says, I don't want to be a bother to you and Nobu anymore. And he says, don't say things like that.
Yeah, because you're not a burden to him.
Yeah,
But she
exactly.
feels like a
Yeah.
burden.
But she feels like a burden and she's going through it, right?
Mhm.
She doesn't know how to be best friends with her best friend because of a love triangle and because of her own meddling.
Mm.
I mean, because of her control issues, and it's because her childhood so no control over herself. Like
Mhm.
everybody in her life dictated the life that she had. Her grandmother like overly controlled her and let her have no freedom. And so now that she does have that freedom, she wants things to be a certain way because when she feels like she's out of control, she has to control everything around her. It's not an uncommon trauma response, you know? And
Nope.
then also in turn to feel like a burden because of it, because she feels so radically out of control and it is manifesting through panic attacks.
Mhm. I don't know. Everyone has to take care of me. I hate it. No, don't want.
Right. But she doesn't understand like how much she takes care of everybody around her. That their lives are what they are because of her.
Mhm.
The beautiful parts, right? She hasn't had that realization yet.
No.
So it says, I sent Nana a wedding invitation just like I promised. If I didn't send her one, it'd seem weird. If things are called off, I should tell her right away. If that's the case, it'd be good to settle on talk of her wedding. And then she's writing the invitation like address on what is that? Is that an envelope? Because it kind of looks like a
Mhm.
postcard. Um
It's an envelope. She turns it around and there's like an official sticky
I
thingy on
know
it.
that, but it kind of looks like a postcard. And it says, since Takumi's taking care of it, things should go off without a hitch. And then she's holding it up, and it has the return address of the two of them at their apartment. And then she reads out loud, Ichino's Nana,
Hmm.
because, she's dreaming ahead.
Mhm.
But she's like, she's saying this part out loud, though. It's like you were just having inner dialogue. Why are you talking to yourself? Um, I always thought that it was cool. It was a cool name, like an actress. But aren't I losing a name also? And now she's crying.
Mm.
Yeah. And then we have like a time warp. She's dressed now down at the main office and says, don't cry, Nana.
Yeah.
Waver. And the guy at the counter is like, good morning, Mrs. Ichinos. And she smiles. Now, like as she turns, it says waver again. So she turns and she's like, looks like super, like, I don't know, annoyed. And she's like, Mary Takumi was originally just in extravagant dream, anyways. I wonder what Nashimoto-san, estimated age 30, thinks of me. That's the that's the guy at the front desk of her building.
Estimated
Estimated
age.
estimated age 30.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
he seems to plan on containing to call me Ichinos, or continuing to call me Ichinos. They used shitty font in this one. I've been really happy about that. But now it's kind of unpleasant. Damn. I won't lose. I've got Sachiko to be. Even though she might be a boy. Yukio?
Right?
Translated note, Yukio is a boy's name using the same main kanji as Sachiko. And it says, with Takumi living for his work and working so hard, I can bring Sachiko up happily. That's my goal in life. It'd be fine to be Komatsu Nana for the rest of my life. Shameless. It was cool. She's holding a book that says Egg Club, and then there's like the Women's Weekly has Nana on the cover, and it says CD finally on sale, Blast versus Trap Nest. Then it says her shameless behavior on the live broadcast. And so that's why she's like shameless. It was cool. Why did
Right?
they use a picture of her making a weird face? She's prettier than that. But this isn't good for Nana and Ren. And now it's like the two of them. It's Nana crying when she saw Ren again.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, they have to get married because it's destiny. I'm longing to see them together. And from here on out, that's going to be what all the love-struck girls of Japan will want too. And now she's like holding the envelope and it says, express delivery, please. And we have a little scene change.
Mm-hmm. She's thinking, Nana Honjo. It's a good name that goes with Nana, as if it was fated to be that way. And now we got Ren, and now it's his turn to be like shocked, slightly worried face. And he's like, a press conference to announce our engagement? Hey, why do I have to do something that embarrassing? And Takumi's like, 'cause you're a celebrity. And Ren's like, then you do it too. And Takumi's like, I'm marrying a regular girl. To protect Nana and the baby's privacy, I can't announce anything. But you guys have to hold a press conference or else the media and the public won't be convinced. And Rira's like sad face with all the dots. And Naoki is like teary.
And there's like sparkles, but he kind of looks like a clown.
He's like, congratulations, Ren. I'm sorry I talked smack about Nana.
I was wrong. Be happy.
It was lame. I wish you well. And Ren's like all nervous, sweat drops everywhere. He's like, this is such a pain. And Takumi's yelling. He's like, hey, I'm the one who's pulling my hair out. The staff is running around getting things ready for your wedding. Could you be more self-centered? And Ren's like, sorry. And Rira's like, it's not Ren's fault. And Naoki, super excited, more sparkles, is like, so, when's the press conference? Takumi's annoyed. It's like, tomorrow. And Ren's eyes, all big and poppy, and Naoki and Rira are shocked and they're like, that soon?
Yeah, it's really soon.
It's
really,
really
really
soon.
soon. And then it's like, is that the beaver manager man? He's
Yes.
the beaver, right? He's the beaver.
Yeah.
The wedding announcement interview is going to happen with tomorrow's CD debut. You guys just deal with the conversation topic at hand, and the company will make the concluding remarks. It's disappointing that the two have to happen together, but I can't do anything more. Sorry. Nana looks like, I don't know. I feel like Nana would be annoyed by this.
Yeah.
Like, actually, because, like, okay, so Nana before Hachi, Nana before, she wanted to do this all on her own and not be attached to Ren. But then that also caused its own problems because she has to be attached to Ren. Because they have, like, the red thread of fate, you know? Like, that whole thing. But I think that, you know, I don't know. I think she's probably annoyed by them being sandwiched together.
Yeah. This is.
Yeah. She wants to be known for her talent.
Mm-hmm. This is all
Um,
very uh it's in the biz.
yeah, and they all look bored. So there's that.
Yeah.
Um, and Nobu's
Uh,
like, it's okay, right, Nana? It's disappointing, but it's a good chance. If we want to be popular, we have to get people to listen to our music first, right? And Yasu kind of smirks. And Nana says, It'll make all I'll make all of the arrangements for the wedding, as Gaia instructs.
hmm.
I've been very selfish about everything. I understand that, and I thank you for putting up with me. I'm sorry for being such a nuisance. And the beaver dude like looks kind of sad. Like, and he's like, no, it's and I really don't care one way or the other, but since we're talking about something happy, can't we talk about it more happily? Making situations seem so serious is such a ridiculous adult sort of thing. And the little fox manager man just starts busting up laughing. The beaver man, he's got like little dots on his cheeks and looks shocked with beady eyes, dots. And then Yasu also has like some blush and a little sweat bead and says shin. And his cigarette smoke is making like a little twirly thing. They're in like a twilight zone or something. Um, and so the raccoon manager man, he's kind of chuckling, I think, now, and he's like, you're absolutely right.
Mhm.
And Shin is like, congratulations, Nanasan Heart. Looks like even you're a feminine Pisces after all. And she's like, shut the hell up. And Nobu is just like laughing hysterically. And then the Fox manager man is like, now, there's no doubt that your CD is going to sell like mad, and your real power will follow with no problem. Now he glances over at them and he's like, but as of now, the only thing I can let 1 million people hear without feeling embarrassed is Yasu's drumming. Shh. And they all look
Oh.
so just like, what the fuck?
Yep. Yep. Like, excuse you.
Excuse the fuck out of you. And so now, like, Beaver Manager Man is like, I'm encouraging you to begin intensive practice since it's my neck on the line after all. And Yasu just looks like super nervous. And then they're all looking at the one dude and they're like, fucking fox.
There's a little leaf.
Yep, the little leaf floating by.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That
Yeah.
was brutal.
It was. They're not that bad. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
I mean, Yasu is the most talented. He's talented at everything.
That's true.
I mean,
The only thing I can stand to listen to right now is Yasu's drumming.
yeah, that's harsh though.
So,
Super harsh. It's super harsh.
I mean, it's fine if they're one of those bands that are just good live. Some bands are just
Yeah, but not on a major label.
oh no.
You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Not on a major label.
So let's see, they're back at their dorm rooms.
Yeah, the regular
These
dorm. The
things.
Gaia dorm.
Yeah, and now we've got our creepy security guard. He's just like, "Good evening, Nana. There's an express mail letter for you." She's like surprised, and Nobu's like, "What is it? You never get mail." And she must have, yeah, she saw the front of the cover of who it was from, and so she's like hiding it in her like
No, it
jacket.
just says Osaki Nana on it.
Oh, well, she hides it real quick because she's like, "Oh, it's nothing."
Well,
Right in her
yeah,
jacket.
but I mean, like, she never gets mail,
True.
right?
No.
But she probably recognizes the handwriting.
True. And Nobu looks annoyed with the dot dot dots like, what is it? Suspicious.
Yeah,
What is it?
exactly.
And then there's a creak of the door and
OnlyFans girl.
it's our OnlyFans girl. Yeah, it's not Yuri, it's the other one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The adult Hachi. Yeah.
The adult Hachi.
Hmm. She's
The
so
18 plus
excited.
Hachi.
Uh-huh. I love her.
I do too.
She's like, "Welcome back, Nobu, heart. I'm home, heart." And Nana's just like, "Why are you only talking to Nobuo?" And she's just like, "Oh, I didn't see you. I only saw Nobu." Nobu's got like a little animal face with the dot dot dots.
Uh-huh.
Hmm. And Shin's like, "Why don't you respond to her, Nobu, heart?" And she holds up their CD and she's like, "Today I bought your CD before the official release date. Ta-da!" And Shin's like, "But I already gave you a promo CD." And she's like, "But I wanted to buy one myself, heart. There were heaps of them at the record store, and that got me psyched." And he just smiles really gently at her.
Hmm.
And
And then
then
he walks off
there's,
alone.
yeah, there's a ding of an elevator, and it goes slide, and then he's walking down the hall, and then he stops, and because he hears
He hears their CD playing.
their CD playing in
601.
and there's the Blackstone's Blast CD, and then we've got the narration that says, "Hey Nana, even now, girls in love, listen to your song and pass on the story of Nana and Ren. But such a sad ending wasn't what I wanted to hear." And then we have like a kind of like a picture of the disc
Yes.
on the other side. And that is the
And
end of the
that's it.
chapter.
And we have 41 comments.
Oh my
You have to
god!
remember though, this is like where, remember, we're now in the territory where the anime ends,
Yes.
right? And so this is where a chapter or two ago people started reading. They didn't read before because they watched the anime, so they just picked it up, right?
Yep.
So Happy Sugar Life says, "I'm scared." Chan says, "Same." And then Sitch, which they've been here before, but they say, "Cool, P for P." Picture for picture? Does that still mean the same thing?
I don't know.
I don't know
I've
either. And
never heard
then
that before.
Mari Mari says, "What does she mean by sad ending?" Sitch says,
I have no idea.
no idea. You know, the fact that it doesn't end, maybe? It was planned all along. And so Sitch says, "Hate how this manga's narration is in the past tense. It's sometimes hard to figure out which Nana is narrating, and what exactly is she narrating." That's not wrong about figuring out which Nana is narrating, but they do take turns.
Well, if it says "Hey Nana," it's Hachi, and if it says "Hey Hachi," it's Nana. There, I fixed it.
But sometimes it doesn't right away, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a little bit of time before it gets there.
Mhm.
And so Mari Mari responds, "For real, for real." And the fact that it doesn't even have an ending, cry face. And then Stitch is like, "Yo, spoiler." Mari Mari's like, It's not, LOL, question mark, question mark. It's in hiatus since like 2000, so is that a spoiler, LOL? And Stitch is like, "I still haven't finished it." And Mari Mari's like, "So you never will. It's unfinished."
God. Why would you do such a thing?
I mean, not wrong.
Not wrong, but dang, girl.
And then Nana Loves Strawberries says, "Oh." And then Stitch says, "Huh? So it doesn't have an ending? What the fuck? No." Mari Mari says, "That's what I said. It doesn't have an official ending. It's on hiatus." Mari Mari, we should be friends.
We should.
Painkiller enters the chat. I know your
Painkiller.
Painkiller. I know your comment is old because like Painkiller, they commented like 2 years ago, and this conversation started 3 years ago.
Okay.
So they say, I know your comment is old, and I'm sorry, but where is your P for P from? Oh, I think they mean their little avatars.
Oh.
Profile picture, maybe?
Oh.
That could be it.
Could be.
Yeah. P for P used to mean picture for picture,
Mm.
but
I never
pick for
used
pick.
it.
I just remember seeing it. And yeah. Mari says, hi, and no problem, no problem. I just got it on Pinterest by searching Black Manga Girl P for P. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a redrawn of a manga character, but I really do not know which one. Sorry. Painkiller says, oh, I see. She look really pretty. That's why I asked. Thank you. Mari says, no problem. I also really like the icon heart heart. Her flirting up in these comments. The one I was using now is a JJK character. I'm 99% sure.
JK.
JoJo's Adventure. I don't know. I've been seeing that around, and I'm like, I wouldn't like it. And then we went to dinner, and then Nathan and Finn were talking about it, and Desiree was there, and I was like, I don't think I would like it. And she's like, I've watched it. It's okay. And I was like, I don't think I would like it. And she's like, I don't think you would like it either. And I was like, yeah, the art style, right out the gate, like that's not my vibe. And she's like, no, you're right.
I thought that
I'm
was
like,
it. I'm like, is it the art style? It's got to be the art style.
let's see. And then Pingler says, blah, blah, blah. K-Chan says, should I stop reading? What should I do? Sitch says, that's sick, bro. What the fuck? Of what? I'm confused. Then Kat joins the chat and says, the writer got sick and had to stop. Sitch says, didn't they make other series after this, though? I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean, we got Princess Ai.
Oh, right. The Avril Lavigne one.
The Avril Lavigne one.
Yeah.
That was like short.
Mm-hmm.
And just the art.
Mm-hmm.
Which doesn't even mean that Aizawa fully illustrated it. It could have been like a team doing it in her style. So
True. Because I've looked at it and I'm like,
yeah. And like she's done like, calendars and other things, but nothing major prolific, not a whole fucking like story.
Mm-mm.
And then Hachiko, our favorite troll Hachiko, joins the thread. And says,
Oh, no.
Aizawa got sick and couldn't finish Donna. So why or how could she even start a new one? ... Yeah. Good job,
Okay.
bro. Sitch
Thanks.
says, brah, I did not know Aizawa is not my cousin, nor do I have the time to search it up. I just asked a question. I got my answer. That's it. To our favorite troll, Hachiko.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lizard says, LMAO. Okay, now we have a new comment. It says, at the end it seems it is Nobu who is narrating. I think he's talking about how the story has ended twice now. No, it's Hachi. Painkiller says, I think Hachi is narrating. It's also either her or Nana. When it's in the past tense, at least. Sometimes when Hachi is narrating, we can read the usual ne, Nana, say, Nana. If Nana's narrating, she often says, hey, Hachi. Also, here the narrator says, while listening to your songs, instead of ours, which makes me think it's Hachi. Leah, a regular.
Yep.
I don't know what to comment, so I feel like messing around. Here's the top most attractive Nana characters in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we start with the males. Okay.
Okay.
Should we read like least like countdown? Let's count down. Okay.
Let's
Let's
count
count.
down. I love a countdown.
Okay. 6. Shoji/Nobu.
Okay.
5. Shin.
Okay.
4. Ren.
Hmm.
3. Kyosuke.
Oh,
2. Naoki.
okay.
And number 1 is Takumi. I'm sorry. He's so hot.
Yeah,
And
it's
then it
true.
says, but Yasu is 0, of course, because number 0 in every category, even in hairstyle, he's off charts. He's majestic.
Oh, nice.
Like, yeah. Females. Number 5 is Junko. Interesting.
Okay.
4 is Hachi. 3 is Yuri.
They're so close.
2 is Rira.
Okay.
1 is Nana, the queen herself. Okay. And it says, stay tuned for another random ranking. LOL. I'm here for this. Bring more
Same.
random rankings. So then under that is Taylor. Taylor joined the thread. Nobody asked, but here's mine. Males. From 6 to 1. Shoji, Nobu, Kyosuke/Ren at number 4.
Mm.
Shin at number 3. Naoki at number 2. Naoki is really ranking high. I'm super
He is.
surprised. And number 1 is Yasu/Takumi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then the females, we have 4 rankings. Number 4 is Masato. Number
Oh,
3, yeah. Number 3 is Junko/Hachi. Number 2
okay.
is Nana/Rira. And number 1 is Yuri.
Intriguing.
Right?
Like, wait a second.
And then Leah says in response, our rankings are so similar. This is too fire. So now we have okay, we've got 2 more sets. Okay.
Okay.
If you see Haroon, we only have they just did like their top 5 overall. They did not divide them.
Mhm.
So 5 Junko, Shin, 3 is Nana O, 2 is Ren, and number 1 is Takumi. And then Pluto's in did 2 sets. Males, 8 Nobu, 7 Shoji, 6 Ren, 5 Kyosuke, 4 Naoki, 3 Yasu. Jeez. 2 Shin. You put Shin. Shin is a child. 1 Takumi. Same. And then the females, we have 6. 6 is Nana. Interesting. 5 is Hachi. 4 is Masato. 3 is Rira. Okay. 2 is Yuri. 1 is Junko.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you like Junko, it makes sense,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know who I would. 'Cause everyone's so different.
I know.
That's why I'm like, huh.
Leah says Nana is too low, but otherwise fire rankings.
Fair.
So now we have Kushi, who says, I'm so fucking scared. I don't know the deadly spoiler. Or I know the deadly spoiler. Painkiller says, nice PFP. Also, deadly. LMAO.
Mm.
Oh, their profile picture is from I don't know which one, but it's oh my god. Junji Ito. It's one of Junji. I had to I was like, wait, hold on. We have Kenzie, who says, I'm getting nervous. And then Gizbear comments, PFP is so funny. It's a picture, it's like a Snapchat filter of a person.
Mm.
Why are so many comments on their profile pictures? It's weird, right? And then Gizbear says, character ratings, attractiveness, my opinion. 1 through 5. 5 is Ren, then Kyosuke, Shoji. 2, adult Shin from a few chapters ago.
There you go.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
1 is Takumi. The girls, 5, Sachiko. 4, Hachi. 3 is Miyu. Wait, which one's Miyu and which one's Yuri? Isn't Miyu the one with the fish and Yuri is the one that's our 18 plus Nana? 18 plus
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
think so.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta mix that. That's okay.
Yep.
It's been a while. 2
Yeah.
is Nana and 1 is Rira. And then Taylor's the final comment and says, I don't know if I can continue. Guys, it's not even bad yet. We still have like 30
No.
plus chapters to go.
Yeah.
40 chapters. We still have we're like at a halfway point.
Yeah. Don't tap out. This isn't even the biggest pain.
Yeah, what is even the pain that's happening right now? There isn't one. Nobu?
I guess if
He's heartbroken?
Nobu, yeah. And Nana's
Baby.
having panic
Baby
attacks.
drama. Yeah, I know, but these aren't even big traumas yet.
Hmm.
Well, for Nobu. Like that's its own that's a big thing, but that's not even why are we tapping out? Why are we freaking out? What is going on here? But yeah, we're at like a halfway point.
Yeah.
There's 85 chapters.
Is this your first pain?
Right. I guess if you're just coming from the anime,
Mm.
right? I don't know. But yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, thanks guys for listening.
Yeah. So follow us on all the things.
All the things. Follow us on all the things. Yeah, all the things.
We got an Instagram, got the Tumblrs.
We got the stuff.
We got the stuff. We got the links.
We got the goods.
Yeah. And, yeah. Can't remember how to...
Good night.
Craig.
Goodbye forever.